In Parashat Behar-Bechukotai, at the beginning of Parashat Behar Sinai, we find the laws of the sabbatical year and the laws of the Jubilee. Basically, for those who are not familiar with these laws, the Torah says that every person is entitled to work the land, to till the land for 6 years, and the 7th year the land shall be left unworked for everybody, especially for the poor and the orphan and the widow, to come and to make use of the land and to take the produce for themselves. Basically, the land becomes ownerless in the 7th year, and then the Torah says you shall count 7 cycles of 7 years, and in the year 50, in the 50th year, the land that probably was passed from one person to the other because of circumstances, a person maybe couldn't hold to the land, or was sick and couldn't work the land and was forced to sell the land. After 50 years, the land goes back to the original owner, and basically the cycle starts again. The laws, the details of the sabbatical year are very complex. They apply even today to the land of Israel, and every time that there is a sabbatical year, we had one not long ago, there is a controversy what happened with the produce, from where do we buy the produce, from where the Israelis buy the produce. I don't want to go into all the details of the sabbatical year today, but I would like to address some of the laws, some of the main idea, or one of the main idea of the sabbatical year and the Jubilee year. And for me, one of the main ideas is that everybody deserves a second opportunity. That you may have a bad year, a bad 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and you probably were forced to sell your land, and then things didn't go well for your family. But eventually, after 50 years, not only after 50 years, let's say that this happened in the year 23 or 27 or 28 of the cycle, or even in the year 39 of the cycle, in the year 50, you get a second chance. And if you don't get a second chance, then your child will get a second chance. We live in a world in which many people don't get a first chance, or a second chance, or a third chance, or any chance. If you were born in as part of a particular class in India, or in a very poor country in Asia or in Africa, you know that it will be very difficult for you or your children or grandchildren to get out of there. And people, they already gave up. They say, this is the way God wants me to be. I'm going to get stuck in this particular place forever, and my children and my grandchildren for generations. And comes the Torah and says, maybe you had a bad year. Maybe you have a couple of bad years. But there is a possibility for you to come back. Not only with the 7th year, not only with the Yovel, the 50th year, but the Torah talks about redeeming the land and redeeming yourself. There is a possibility built in the Torah that you can fail, you can have a bad year, you can fall, and then you will have another opportunity to come back. The coming back is part of our Torah. Nobody is condemned by one or by two things that happen in his life, regardless of how terrible they were. Even people who stole, who were condemned as thieves, who because of that they needed to become slaves, they can come back and eventually redeem their land and start from the beginning. And if they may be too late for them, they certainly is not too late for their children. This opportunity that everybody has to redo his or her life and to come back and make a name for himself or for his children. This is a wonderful gift that the Torah is giving us. To walk through life knowing that we always have a second chance. It may be difficult today, may be difficult tomorrow, but eventually, hopefully for us, if not for our children, we will have the second opportunity. Shabbat Shalom.